Today we're going to review dollar store ribeye steaks from Dollar Tree. So I got a couple of ribeye steaks from Dollar Tree, $1 a piece. They're 3.5 ounces, and they've been mechanically tenderized, which means they've stabbed them with needles and got all the bacteria from the outside onto the inside. They're pre-seasoned, pre-salted, and pre-tenderized with bromelain, which sounds a lot worse than it really is. It just comes from a pineapple. It's also been approved by someplace in Mexico and is made with USA beef. The first step in cooking them is getting them out of the package, and I found the easiest way to do that is with my trusty Lodge carbon steel pan. Just give it a whack. What you're left with is a steak that's thin enough that it could be deli sliced lunch meat. It's so thin, in fact, that you can even see through it in a couple of places. Now, since this has been sitting in some salt and a salty solution, I'm not going to add any to it. The only thing we're going to add is some pepper, and then throw it on the grill. We're using the gas grill today, and I pre-lubricated the grate so that way nothing would stick. Cooking as hot as it'll go, and the cooking process is going to take about 5 minutes. Normally it would be a lot faster than that for a steak this thin, but because it was mechanically tenderized, I wanted to make sure that it killed all the bacteria. We're going for well done so we don't get sick. The steak was so thin, it still stuck to the grill, and it fell apart all over the place. It was the best I could do just to keep it from falling through the cracks. When it came time to take it off, it really didn't look very appetizing because it had all fallen apart, but I promise I did my best to make it look as good as possible and cook it right. So after cooking it, I had to get up the courage to be able to even eat it. What surprised me the most about when I put it in my mouth is it tasted like a steak, just like beef. But the one thing I couldn't get over was that it had a weird mouth feel. So you'd bite into it and it was really soft, but it couldn't quite chew and go away. It just stayed there. And that made me feel a little bit nervous, and that's because of the mechanical tenderizing and the enzymes that they put in it to try to make it as soft as possible. So ultimately, the only other choice that I had was to cover it with barbecue sauce and sriracha, and even then, it really wasn't very good. So it's been over a week now since I ate the steak, and I didn't get sick, so that's some good news. You can feel safe in eating it. When you see something at a dollar store, you instantly think that's a good deal. But let's do the math and we'll see if it really is as good as you think. So let's start with what we know. We have one steak that says 3.5 ounces on the package, but it also says that it's up to 30% solution. So the actual amount of meat is 3.5 ounces times 0.70, and that gives us 2.45 ounces. That's how much meat is actually in the package. Now there's 16 ounces in a pound, so if we divide 16 by 2.45 ounces, we get $6.53 a pound for this steak. While $6.53 is cheap for a ribeye, I still wouldn't say that it's a good deal. So the verdict is, I probably wouldn't buy it. But if you want to check out my video for skirt steak burritos, I got that for $5.50 a pound. It was way better. The link for that video is down in the description or right here on your screen.